Hey, good morning, folks. Joe Mangiacotti here from The Joe Mangiacotti Show on AM 830 WCRN out of Boston and simulcasting on WACE AM 730 in Springfield, Massachusetts. That's giving you most of the fantastic region of New England. That's right. You can join the conversation every Saturday and Sunday morning at 508 871 7000. Great show starting at 6 a.m. this morning. First of all, Tracy Lavron, who's going to be joining us in studio. And yeah, I am doing this from the car, not from the studio. So we are doing this little thing, you and me, just the two of us on the way into the station. But Tracy Lavron, she was the candidate for the U.S. Congress seat, or congressional seat, I should say, in central Massachusetts, out of the Worcester area. The one is, currently occupied by Congressman James McGovern. So she took a run at that as a Republican and challenged him in a general election. We'll see what she's been up to, get some of her take and opinions on what is going on in the Beltway and just across the nation as a whole. And then a big surprise, folks. I'm only going to tell you here, just between, the two of us, that at 7 o'clock, the legend himself, Hank Stoltz, will be in studio. Hank is back on the air on weekday mornings on WCRN. That's right. Hank returns to mornings on AM 830. That's right. So Hank in the morning, Monday through Friday. I'm with you Saturday and Sunday morning, so you have no excuse not to wake up with WCRN every day of the week. Hank through the week, I'm through the weekend. Good stuff for you. Other things on tap, of course, we'll talk about the Democratic debate that took place. An interesting thing, and I don't know if you're the only one that noticed it, because I'm sure you did, that there wasn't an American flag on the stage at any of the Democratic debates. What possible reason could that be? Who made the decision not to have the flag there? Who decided that that was a good idea? Who decided that it would offend somebody, if that's the reason? And why didn't any of them say, hey, where's the flag? I don't know. That's really bizarre, okay? Very bizarre. Joe Biden, not picking on Sleepy Joe at all. I'm just saying he seemed to have a lot of trouble with his mouth, almost like the machine that was supposed to be speaking for him wasn't working right. I don't know what the deal was with that. But we'll talk about that a little bit as well. And then guns. You know what? We got to talk about guns. The whole red flag, Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, making these decisions for us, good or bad. We'll get your opinion on that. What else is going on? Massachusetts, we're having some trouble here. I should say some judges in Massachusetts are having some trouble. We'll talk about a judge who got a little trouble for beating her wife, as well as a few other things concerning the judges. Just Judge Joseph. Then we had the little showdown between Rawlins, DA Rawlins, and the judge who said, no, we're going to do this. And then the Supreme Court comes and says, or the Superior Court says, hey, no, you know what? We're not going to charge all these people. It's crazy. And then another thing that's kind of not coming out of it. I mean, it was already something out there, but I think is catalyst to prompt some people to move forward, like Boston City Councilor McCarthy, as well as State Senator Tran from the Fitchburg area. And that is to have some kind of legislation, some masking legislation, something that says, hey, you can't show up at these rallies like Antifa with the hoodie and the mask over your face and hiding your identity for the sole purpose of not being identified because you in fact intend to commit a crime. There is serious intent here, and that's what they're doing. Now, masking laws, that's been something of controversy in the years past with the LGBTQ community because of trans people who were arrested because they changed their appearance and even their voice. But there are already laws in, say, South Carolina that were prompted because of the KKK that says you cannot wear a mask or cover your face or even alter your voice in any public way, road, alley, or anywhere publicly. So it's something, if I'm coming from it, we need to do something. We've got to give the police some kind of tool here because I'm telling you, These people, they show up, they're instilling fear, and that's part of the purpose, right? They're wearing these masks. They come with homemade weapons and bottles of urine and bleach, and they're there to do harm. And I think we have to talk about that. So you know what? We will talk about it. Fortunately, I happen to have a radio show where we get to do just that. Isn't that convenient? So we're going to do all that. Join us at 508-871-7000 to join the conversation. You can text the show at 617-297-8388. And you can also follow us on social media at Joe Mangi Show. That's Joe Mangi, M-A-N-G-I, Show, all one word. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Joe Mangi Show. Check us out. And, hey, you can also text us. When you're texting, if you don't have a phone, you don't have textability, if you just email textjoeintheradio@gmail.com, does the same thing. All shows up. Sorry for the poor lighting. Probably the last time or two that we take the summer Jag out to go to the station. We got to go back to the truck and SUVs after probably a week or two. You know, this is kind of mid-September, and October's moving closely, so it's going to start getting a tough weather, and it's time for old Gilda here to go back undercover. But listen, more on that later. You have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you. Oh, by the way, Teddy's here strapped in his seat, by the way. Don't worry. Teddy Goodpup, who will be with me I will be with him, I should say, at Woodstock on September 21st at the Hudson Elks, all to benefit Buddy Dog Humane Society out of Sudbury. But we'll have more of that on the radio, and I'll see you on the radio.